Okay. Loading in. I'm curious. Vex. I don't, I'm not sure if I've ever seen a Vex 1v1 matchup. We've done a lot of 1v1 matchups preparing for this. All the players
we've seen
have been preparing.
seen plenty of Vex Vermilion tops in our lifetime.
We have seen a ton of those. All right, so xevil going that top
Same
set.
build, looks like.
Same build, and actually same build on both sides.
I imagine early game looked very similar. By the time like Pyro Staff would be hitting, I imagine that's when it would change.
Yeah, do you think one of these guys are going to get a Pyro Staff on a
Not
Vex?
if
I don't
anything,
think so.
I imagine it'd be Cursed Wand. If anything, Cursed Wands are very popular in Vexes.
It's very popular on Vexes in those like team fight situations, and here's xevil actually going in on arinnar. Arinnar is going to take a ton of damage.
Oh damn!
Yet, wow, xevil really bringing in the damage. Arinnar decided to queue up his Q while xevil getting that Vorbis Seekers. And that actually paid off very well right there at the beginning. But we'll see how that happens in the laning phase. It's not going to be that big a deal.
Well, technically, there was no payout because he didn't get the kill.
That's true, actually. There was no kill. And they're both going to hit level 2 very quickly. Even level 3 very quickly. So those Vorbis Seekers, that leveling that up, level 1, probably not going to play that big of a deal right now.
Alright, just waiting for some mole spawns here. In the meantime, show him the koi fish.
Show him the koi fish.
There's koi fish.
Where's the koi fish?
In the bush in the bottom lane, in the lake, there's koi fish.
Oh, yes, down here. Aw, cute
there's
little
koi fish and jumping frog. Yeah, if you guys never see, like, there's a lot of detail around the map. Like, the map makers did a really good job on it.
You know what sold me on Strife? Going through the jungle and seeing like pillars collapse.
Yeah, there
because
was one I saw.
Damage. Like a bow hits a pillar from an ult, and the pillar kind of crumbles. That's so much fun. So xevil want to go for this like super early push here, just using up those Vorbis Seekers.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. I really like Mystic on Vex, especially when you hit that Q off plus a Mystic proc. It's so much damage, and then the chase on it, so good.
It is, but also Tops himself is. And poor Art.
Looks like Joe is having a little bit of connection problems. I'm sure we will get him back here momentarily. But xevil is just kind of keeping this push happening. Arinnar, not under tower yet, but very close to it. And
Alright, can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. Welcome back.
Alright. But I was saying, like, poor Arinnar, he shot a swarm shot and like missed all of it.
He missed it all, yes. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen every once in a while. The GPM, is kind of swinging back and forth. It was in Arinnar's favor for a moment there. Now it's back in xevil's. Still very early, so it's bound to happen. And they're both kind of just trying to push this lane as hard as possible with those Vorbis Seekers now. They both... actually, xevil has foregone getting his shield and gotten 2 levels in Vorbis Seeker over Arinnar getting 1-1-1. Yeah, I wonder if that's going to pay off. No shield this early on. Probably okay.
I'm guessing what xevil wants to do is clear the waves and then just immediately jump on Arinnar.
Yeah, but Arinnar is out CSing xevil here. A little bit. xevil's kind of... I think they're kind of back to normal.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, those Vorbis Seekers can actually make it a little difficult to clear a wave sometimes.
It's just 4th of July here.
It is 4th of July coming up. And Arinnar actually uses that shield to cleanse the slow and just kind of walks away. So I like...
There you go. And he has a chalice now.
And he got that early chalice, which is going to...
Now, poor xevil is now out of magic.
Yeah, he needs to get some type of mana regen coming. I wonder if he's going to get that same kind of power glacial gem delivered to him. He doesn't have anything coming right now, though.
Yeah, and xevil's still pumping more into that Vorbis Seekers.
Yeah, he really just want to max out those Vorbis Seekers and then probably max out his Q. He does not care about his shield one bit. Maybe he believes that he can just dodge the Q from Arinnar and not even have to worry about the shield.
Maybe, or he feels he can out-damage him regardless of whatever stage the game is, I'm guessing? I don't know.
Yes.
Because if he can get a good ultimate off and just start using Vorbis Seekers and all that, a lot of damage. But he needs a lot of mana for that combo. And we'll see why, because if he has a shield too, because if he does Swarm Shot, then Forward Seekers, and then shield, that's a lot of mana.
It's a ton, yep.
It's a hefty source. It's kind of like Carters don't get Ring of Fire sometimes. They'll do like Yak, and a lot of rockets.
Yeah, with the Ring of Fire, just the mana cost for the power output ratio early game, just not, does rather go more rockets, or more Yak.
Yeah, more Yak attack for more pushing power.
Yep, Yak is
Not
just too good of a skill to kind of pass up the slow on it and the length of the slow. But we don't have Carter here. We have a bunch of X's. And
yes,
finally, xevil has an item getting delivered. What's going to be? He does get that Glacial Gem with power. He gets another Power Shard and Boots, all delivered at the same time.
Yeah, so I imagine next is going to be a Shiv and a Power Boots.
Yeah, very similar builds on the hero. Both of these heroes have kind of gone the same route each time, at least item-wise, and pet as well.
Yeah, it looks like this time the lanes are going in favor of arinnar instead of xevil this time around. Mid and top score is being pushed.
Yeah, we have about another 4 minutes or 5 minutes before one of those towers falls. And we'll see what happens in this Vex lane. Vex can be pretty tanky, pretty defensive if they want to be. I don't know if we're going to see a kill, like a burst type kill on a Vex from another Vex. I think more is going to be kind of that chase down with the right Vorbis Seekers up.
Ah, there we go. Yep, Power Boots on arinnar.
Yes. And that is going to help close the gap on the power differential here. It's still about 13 in favor of xevil, which is not a small amount. And xevil does have a little bit of that mana regen. Now, Vex, unlike some other heroes, Vex is pretty mana dependent, especially when you're spamming that Vorbis Seeker, spamming your Q. It's a lot of mana.
Yeah, I see. Evil's kind of slowed down on the Vorbis Seeker spamming.
He's kind of had to. There's not much he can do.
Oh, he actually has Rune Boots.
Wow, Rune Boots is going to keep him in this fight. And not only that,
oh shit!
I don't know if that was just a little bit of a taunt there, or if he really was going to try and go in on him. He didn't have enough mana to do anything.
Yeah, more Vorbis, more of the time from xevil.
Yeah, those Rune Boots are good. Not only that, but it's going to lower his cooldowns on all of his skills, right?
That's correct.
And if
so
we look,
next,
xevil still has not leveled up 1 point in that shield. Now, arinnar has decided to put 1 point in his shield and only 1 point in the Vorbis Seekers, and he's maxing his Q. And here they go. They're going to kind of go in on each other a little bit. They're going to back out. Not really worth it to keep going.
Yeah, I'm not going to expect to see a lot of commitment until other items come out, like the, ruined his Rune Boots, until it's like Cursed Wand Slips coming out and more things. They're
very good shield from arinnar here, and he's just going to take a couple auto attacks. And xevil is kind of winning, the GPM war slightly. Arinnar is definitely in the running.
Yeah, he's not too far ahead. Not like what we watched, Bogdan versus S&D.
Yeah, that got a little out of hand.
All right, so we're just waiting for these guys to get their stuff.
So obviously, they're probably both going Shiv here. Would you say that's probably true?
Yeah, I mean it's cheap, it's easy, it has power.
Yeah, I mean xevil really lost the power advantage he had by going those Rune Boots, but he gained some utility out of it. And they're kind of just going to keep trading each other here.
There we go,
hard.
that shield.
And xevil's just going to get his auto attacks off.
Xevil used his tops also, so his tops is now down.
Tops is down. He kind of had to. He does have 1 point in his shield now.
He saw the shield that arinnar got and the benefit it brought with him. But xevil's kind of losing the power game now. He's getting a lot of wind out of his sails.
Yeah, those Rune Boots, really set him back. It's going to keep him in lane though. Gives him the heal, gives him that mana. He can just keep spamming. He has lower cooldowns, but he's not hitting as hard, and he doesn't have Mystic on top of that.
That's right now, like old arinnar does. But things can change on a whim, so we'll see.
Things can change.
Let's see, let's look at damage here. GPM wise, he's only 300 ahead.
Yeah, it's still very close.
Not a lot.
Yeah, arinnar.
What else
I mean, I'm assuming arinnar is going to have to try and play a little more defensive. This is game 2, right? xevil is up 1 game over arinnar, so he's got to be a little careful on this, but they're just going to keep trading
But
here.
he's got a
Zevil's
shield,
actually going
and
to take
he's
a
going
lot
in,
of
but-
damage from that Q.
A lot of damage. I think Arinnar wanted to keep going, but looks like a little creep blocks there.
Oh, if that Q would have hit, that could have been game right there, but Arinnar is actually going to take a tower shot instead and then just pot up. Same with xevil. Health pots all around. They both have their crystalline shiv finished, and they're just going to go right back to the farm.
Arinnar got a shiv a moment sooner. That fight would have been completely different.
Yeah, absolutely. Or if he would have hit his Q on that retreat from xevil, this probably would have been over by now, yes.
Maybe, I don't think I'm enough damage, but I don't know. I don't remember the size of the bar.
Let's see here. How are stats looking? If you look at the damage stat, very, very close.
Hold that thought. Arinnar,
Here he goes.
down
Zevil's
here.
kind of going in, but he pulls his shield
Shields.
off. He's just going to be fine and then just pot up. That shield is just too good. And actually, xevil is starting to skill his shield over his Q, whereas Arinnar basically maxed that out first, and now he's maxing out his Borba Seekers.
And if you notice, top actually went down in the favor of Arinnar.
It did go down in the favor of Arinnar, and you can see the GPM boost. It's not that big of a GPM boost, but a slight GPM boost, yes. Arinnar has an item coming out, though. I'm very curious to see what it's going to be. Oh, and xevil's just going to kind of back out.
Could it
He used
be
his
components?
You think it's probably just components? It's probably not a full item. But what components? Probably more power, maybe?
I'm guessing Power Crystal and Shard. Yeah, I'm guessing Cursed Wand. That's my safe bet. Or even Barrier Token. We're seeing a lot of Barrier Tokens. Especially in this matchup.
Maybe.
I think Arinnar would get it because now he's seeing that xevil didn't go full on power. He's trying to punish him more by getting a Barrier Token.
Yeah.
So xevil can't burst him down as much.
I guess we will see very shortly. xevil, nice dodge on that swarm shot there. And they're kind of just looking at each other across the creep wave. Even though Arinnar did get that first tower down, but the GPM is still basically even. Oh, and they're going to kind of go in on each other. xevil taking a lot of damage. Arinnar getting that shield off before the swarm shot hits.
No,
Arinnar is going to be okay. The shield will save him.
There you go. I think the Barrier Tokens are coming out here.
Man, they might be building the exact same items. xevil kind of going in. He's going to cancel it, though.
We have not seen Arinnar use that at all.
Yeah, he does have a point in it, because there's no reason not to. It's good to kind of maybe finish off somebody who gets right out of range from you, but I don't see them getting an ult off to like start a fight, obviously, in this matchup.
Yeah, I don't expect to see 2 points into ultimate either. There's really no reason to have it once. It's full movement, essentially. I don't think I've seen that. 4, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, you'll see. Round at 11.
Yes. Those rune boots are really kind of keeping xevil in the fight a little bit. I think it would have been better if he would have just gotten a healing chalice and power boots, though.
Maybe we'll see what happens
xevil's taking a lot of damage here from Arinnar.
Too much xevil.
Oh,
Arinnar doesn't want to go in just yet.
He can't even. Also, he has the creep wave on him, but yeah, Arinnar is starting to kind of win these trades a bit here. You know, the power difference is still basically dead even. A couple points in xevil's favor. Not that big a deal, though. But xevil is very low.
He has Rune Boots, you can help him out. If Arinnar can keep hitting with Swarm Shot when he's doing Rune Boots,
it would just, cancel it and be done. But, you know, obviously xevil's got to play safe with those Rune Boots. And,
there we go.
It's a lot of damage.
We're seeing a lot more Swarm Shot harass out from Arinnar.
Yeah, Arinnar does have that max. He's had it max for a long time. He pretty much has almost his full skill max up, except for shield.
Here we go, an item! Pyro Staff, alright!
I saw that coming. And I'm pretty sure xevil is building the exact same, and it is being delivered right now. So this is going to be interesting. With the exchanges we've seen, it really kind of... That Pyro Staff can really change the battle here and get someone get a kill. Oh, it's not!
It's a Grimoire!
It's a Grimoire! This is going to be very interesting. Now, obviously, xevil has a much better poke ability, but Arinnar can just burst xevil down if he's not careful. Here comes the ult. He really wants to taunt him with it.
I think he's trying to scare him out, like, just in case.
I
Arnar doesn't
guess.
want to take any chances.
He doesn't want to get any tower damage down. He's losing a lot of that tower. If he's not careful, this game could come down to just a tower kill.
Yes,
Which is going to force xevil to kind of make a play.
Oh, look at xevil.
He's taking a lot of damage here.
Here's that Grimoire is not really helping him out.
For the Grimoire to help, he's got to kind of isolate Arinnar for those Vorba Seekers to hit properly. He's got to get his Q off. He's got to hit his skills. The problem with Vex, when there's a lot of creeps around, it's not easy to get your skills off on the enemy hero. He will be able to push these waves back very quickly, though.
He will, definitely. That is good damage on Surge. But Arnar, of course, has a shield and sustain, so... It's tough.
Yep.
It's probably the longest game we've had so far.
This is definitely the longest game we have, and I would not expect a Vex to go this long. But xevil does get a very good off. The shield coming back from Arnar.
Oh, turn around from Arnar.
And there's the trade. And another tower falls, but their GPMs are basically dead even. And Arinnar here is just going to start getting some really good tower damage poke in. This tower's like under half health now, and xevil's got to be very careful. He's got to figure out a game plan on how can he initiate and kind of just finish Arinnar off, because as the game is going, he's losing the push.
He's losing the push. And speaking of pushes, another tower went down somewhere mid lane for Arinar's favor.
Yeah, and it basically evened up the GPM
I'm
from
also
those tower downs.
I actually thought people started getting by toes too, because it's actually very cheap to get them.
And you get them
$500
instantly.
It's 7 power too. Yeah, you get it instantly.
You don't have to wait for it to get delivered, absolutely.
He
And
goes,
here we go, huge push. He's got that.
Oh, he's getting monocrystal. Is that a diadem?
That's going to be a diadem. I'm pretty sure that's a diadem.
Or I know Hexbane also has monocrystal, but of course, crafted items.
I mean, it could be anything, but he's messing. Oh, he actually does go in on Arinnar. xevil is going to be in trouble here if he's not careful. Wow, xevil actually getting the jump on Arinnar, and xevil takes him out.
Well played, xevil.
2-0.
He talked to him the whole time. The finally he goes